What's the policy? The policy is to take the stick. You saw both those JBTPs. You saw both of them take the stick and batter that human being as though the nightsticks were baseball bats.
The mental and physical scars, we haven't had an opportunity to address those yet. They are still ongoing and still developing.
New tonight, we are hearing from the attorneys representing two women suing Indianapolis police for excessive force. The lawsuit centers.
There's a shocker. There's a shocker. Wow, for excessive force, two women are suing.
Around a video recorded by our Fox 59 cameras last month. That video spread all over the internet and it brought scrutiny for the officers involved. Fox 59's Darius Johnson was at today's conference. He has more on why attorneys say there is, quote, lack of transparency.
Stop. A viewing of that video reminded me of the 1964 Birmingham, Alabama.
YouTube, this is on Fox 59 on a regular news program, okay?
Race riots. The only thing missing between that and what happened on May 31st was water.
Oh my God, did you
spread all over the internet?
So watch, I'm gonna slow it down at the end.
Scrutiny for the officers involved. Fox 59's Darius Johnson was at.
So first shot with the pepper bullet, then hit on the leg. And the person who's being attacked, this black, has shown no fight in them at all whatsoever. No fight at all.
Today's conference, he has more.
He hit her in the back of the leg, or him, I can't tell, forgive me. I don't want to misgender someone anyway, so we'll just call it the black person. So then the copper hits that person right in the back of the leg as the other copper hits the other person in the thigh with the stick like a baseball bat.
On why attorneys say there is, quote,
and then the person goes down on the ground and covers up. Okay, we got that?
Lack of transparency.
And then watch this part right here. Do you see this? She hit the ground like a freight train. I mean, she hit the ground. She hit the ground hard.
Stop. A viewing of that video reminded me of the 1964 Birmingham, Alabama race riots. The only thing missing between that and what happened on May 31st was water hoses and German Shepherds.
The video shows Ivory Westfield and Rachel Harding being arrested following protests and riots. The lawsuit claims officers told them for violating an 8 o'clock curfew. This happened at 8:45. You can see Westfield taking on multiple pepper balls while being hit with batons by IMPD.
What's the policy? The policy is to take the stick. You saw both those JBTPs. You saw both of them take the stick and batter that human being as though the nightsticks were baseball bats. So what is that exactly? You watching this right now, get a nightstick and say, I'm gonna hit someone as hard as I can right across the back of their leg, in their ass or in their hamstring, or I'm gonna hit them right across the quad or across the shin. Ooh, the shin. That basketball player from Indiana, I think, he got his shins broken by the cops. They cracked him on the shins, you remember that? So what makes human beings, this right here, see that right there?
A curfew. This happened at 8:40.
Okay, so the paper ball, I mean, what a pansy move to do.
5.
And then boom, hit this person across the thigh.
You can see
Boom, baseball bat. Okay, so what would make you a human being? What would make you decide that you're gonna take your stick and you're gonna whack it across someone's legs like that? I'm gonna guess it's policy, procedure, and protocol. That's what they taught you to do. Put a 1 in the chat if you think this is a policy, procedure, and a protocol. Just put a 1 in the chat. I need to see how many people know and understand the same thing that I do. This is a policy, procedure, and protocol that they take a nightstick and bash you in your legs and shoot you with pepper balls. What kind of bozo clown world are we living in? Are you freaking kidding me? When you got trained to do that to the good police officer, when you got trained in crowd response, I don't know what do you call that? Did you look at the instructor and say, hold on a minute. You want me just to start hitting people with the stick? Use it like it's a baseball bat? That's what you want me to do? That's my response to the good police officers. What did you say in response to that? When they said, hey, take these sticks like this, because this is trained. They just need more training. Give them more money. They just need a little more training. If they could just get a itty bitty tiny bit more training. This is what they're training them to do. This is a procedure they were taught. Am I wrong? But don't call them PIGSs. Use JBTP. That's what they are. JBTP. They were trained to do this and they agreed to do this.
Field taking on multiple pepper balls while being hit with batons by IMPD.
Her body was contorted in such a way that caused her pain. When she went to move to alleviate that pain, she was then summarily beaten and assaulted by IMPD officers.
The lawsuit goes on to say both women were cooperative and neither posed a threat. In fact, the attorney says they were 25 feet away from the car leaving downtown when approached. These are new images showing what they say is a result of excessive force.
She was then left in the jail for 3 days with her injuries.
Look at that.
And she was not.
Are you freaking kidding me? And what was the crime? You wouldn't comply? She wouldn't comply. Now we know, because I didn't want to misgender her until the news revealed her gender. I mean, are you freaking kidding me? I mean, oh, I'm sorry. I got to take a breath on this one. Imagine for a moment that that is your sister. Just for 1 second. Imagine for a second that is your girlfriend. That is your mother. That is your aunt. That's your cousin. That's your best friend. Just make it real. That is your next door neighbor. Make it real. Feel it. I just called you and said, hey, listen, this is Chille from Delete Lawz. I've got really bad news for you. I got a picture of your sister or your mother that I got from the police headquarters, and I have to send you these pictures. Make it real. Feel it and let that burn. Listen, just make this 100% real, that you got these pictures text to you and that's your mom. Do that. And you say, what happened? And you say, oh, it was the police. They did that to mom. Wow. Are you freaking kidding me?
Showing what they say is a result of excessive force.
You
She was
think?
then left in the jail for 3 days.
Look at that. That
Showing
second
what they
picture.
say is a result of excessive.
Look at that. Look at her arm. Look at that. She has, from the pepper balls, she'll have permanent scars. Look, the pepper balls, they got the CO2 on that thing just cranked. Just imagine the CO2 levels that they're shooting, the speed that they're shooting those pepper balls. Oh my God, they could be freezing some of them. Oh my God, I forgot all about freezing them. If you ever play paintball,
of force.
you know.
She was then left in the jail for 3 days with her injuries, and she was not offered any medical attention.
We spoke to civil law attorney Aaron Williamson to learn what cases like this need to win in court. He says there are 2 hurdles to overcome. The first,
qualified immunity is a judicially constructed concept to give state actors some breathing room so that they can make reasonable mistakes.
and the second,
Was it a constitutional violation? And if so,
Okay, who's the person talking? Attorneys discuss excessive force lawsuit. So there's going to be tons of case law that says that there's going to be case law both ways, that the officers worked within the policy of the police department, and so they're entitled to qualified immunity. The force was not excessive. They'll explain the case that first they tried to pepper ball her to see if she would comply, and she would not. So they went hands-on, they hit her with sticks, she still would not comply, and then when she hit the ground, they stopped hitting her. So it's not excessive force. And they would invoke the doctrine of qualified immunity, which I just read about. I just read the details of Harlow versus Fitzgerald. You deep dive into it, but let's keep hearing what the attorney here has to say.
to give state actors some breathing room so that they can make reasonable mistakes.
and the second,
Was it a constitutional violation? And if so, was that constitutional violation clearly established?
aside from the damages, they are asking for transparency before they can reach a resolution. Reporting in Indianapolis, Darius Johnson, Fox 59 News.
Now, the officers are all facing charges of excessive force and duty to intervene. IMPD tells us it reassigned those involved after this incident, but will not comment on the lawsuit.
It reassigned them. It puts them behind a desk for a couple years, and then after the fervor dies down, then they go right back out on the streets.
The city has refused to comment as well due to the pending litigation.
If the cop is going to order you out of the car, passenger, get out of the car, everything is on the trifold or on the cop card. It's really easy. When you open up the trifold, when it says get out of the car for the passenger, that's right here. But before you get out of the car, before you're just going to exit the car and let that copper demand you around. So right here, it says, if the passenger is ordered out of the car, get out of the car, passenger. Arizona versus Johnson. The spirit of the law is for officer safety. As a passenger, the cop may allege numerous reasons for fearing for their safety due to your presence. Exiting is a minimal intrusion. Refusal risks jail or harm. Exit with hands up while filming. State, I identify as good citizen. I invoke my First and Fifth Amendment right. No consent to searches or seizures. But before you show him this part, you want to say, hey, I'm going to get out of the car, but it's my right to film the police. I'm going to get out, but I'm going to be filming you the entire time. And read the bottom of this. Violating the First Amendment on camera removes the cop's qualified immunity. Our right to film police falls squarely within the First Amendment's purpose to protect free and robust discussion of public affairs, hold government officials accountable, and check abuse of power. So the two-step approach, if you're filming already, then you can have the trifold or the cop card in your other hand. You can inform him, I'm going to get out of the car, but it's my right to film you. It says the exact same thing, step 1 on your Fifth Amendment cop card. Turner versus Driver upholds your First Amendment right to film the police. If you arrest me if you take my phone out of my hand, that violates my First Amendment right and you lose your qualified immunity. And the reason why you lose qualified immunity is because I've informed you that I've invoked my First Amendment right to be the press and I have a right to film you. You don't have a right to take my trifold and my phone out of my hand because you're scared. That's not how it works. My hands are up. They're nowhere near my waistband. You have to follow a real rigid process, or it could be you that we're making a video about tomorrow.